Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're all having a fabulous day here today. Again, as you all know, there was so much stuff that happened in the entire live stream that in one video I wasn't able to cover every aspect of everything. So obviously I'm going to be making this video here to give you a lot of the information for future stuff, right? This is stuff that was promised to us in the actual stream that per se won't be popping up in the festival or the anniversary, but later on, right? Again, there's also some things that are also happening in this thing that I wanted to quickly bring light to because people definitely missed it and don't understand what these things mean. So today, let's hop into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. We are very close to 13,000 subscribers. So if you want to sub up, it means a lot to me. First up, something that literally went under the radar so heavily. We are getting a synchro expansion. I hope you know that. People were commenting on my video like, you know, this is bullcrap. We didn't get a synchro expansion. It literally says synchro expansion. So I'm guessing that's a synchro expansion. So yes, all we got to do is play the minigame to get that. Also, to answer the second question, no, we have no idea what that first present is. It is some sort of present. I have no idea what they're going to give us after that, okay? Also, there is the fact that, yes, when it comes to single expansion, we don't know how much of a expansion it is. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? 5? I don't know. It could be anything. So we'll have to find out, but that is a really cool thing. They did listen on an aspect, but they're going to expand it, and all we got to do is play the minigame for it. I'm hoping it's like 5 slots at least, bare minimum, but, you know, we'll see. Who actually knows, right? Who actually knows? Next up, also, we had this confirmation. I wanted to bring this to you real quick. This will be dropping in late November, not during the Annie per se. Late November, so I'm guessing the last week of November, post the Annie update, because the Annie update is 3 weeks long. Probably the case. We don't know the end date, also keep that in mind. But yes, future contents updates, Miracle Snow returns in full audio dubbing in late November. You have to realize that if they start this thing where they bring back some of the key stories with dubbing, a lot of stories will feel much different if that does happen. And I can't wait to see that happen, because there are some stories in this game that I really loved that just weren't dubbed, which it just felt different, right? It didn't have the same impact. For example, if next year, because the story for the summer thing, everyone loved it. Everyone loved the story for the summer event, right? So if they bring that back dubbed, this is really cool for the future. If they were to implement these things, I think that everyone would be very happy about it. And I genuinely think that for the future, this can bring a lot of hype to all events and really people would care for them, all right? So I hope that they do that. Again, this event is going to hit way different. I'm going to be miserable, so I can't wait. It also says the Miracle Snow event from last Christmas is making a comeback, this time with PV animation and full audio to relive the emotion. So also PV animation, which is very nice. So cool for the future. That's going to open up a lot of windows to a lot of different stories getting dubbed. Let me know which one you want. Also, again, on the content aspect, just want to make this clear. Then we'll get into like the juicy stuff. Yes, this is trying to say permanently, we're guessing. Again, it says that it's like an annual event and update optimization. So I don't know if this is going to happen like, you know, very little and like during only the Annie. I don't know. But I think that this actually means every weekend now, permanently, we're going to have double drop interception and simulation room, which is huge. Complete daily missions and claim additional rewards. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if they're boosting dailies for the event only, or permanently they're going to give a little bit of a boosted daily, you know, gain, which would be very nice, right? I would like that a ton. This we already kind of understand. Outpost update, they're increasing the daily outpost defense reward limit, which is huge. We've been begging for this. Lost sector getting new stages, and again, skill reset. But that's stuff you already understood and know, right? Next up, there's also this. There's an actual Q&A section on the stream, right? This section is where we got a lot of ideas of what they're planning. They got this question over here. The events lately have been good, but I wish more skill currencies were given. I wanted to grow more characters, but I could only grow a few good ones since I only had a few of these skill materials, which is huge. This is a big issue in the game, trying to build characters like that, because it's a lot of like characters first off, and then a lot of less skill materials, and there's only one location really other than events, all right? So again, they also understood that this is a problem. I've been considering this a problem. They also say, however, I don't appreciate or think players will appreciate having higher difficulties. I personally think that's a huge L. Remember, like for a lot of us who've played a little bit, having simulation room to what it is now, it is a walk in the park. It takes like 10 seconds a day and we're done. Instead of increasing the difficulty, make it a little bit harder so like you have more of a challenging experience with it, they're more so going down the route of making a new simulation room where it's called Simulation 2.0 for now. Again, what does that actually mean? I have no idea. I just hope they don't make it time consuming as hell, right? But I think that for the most part, we'll see how that goes. But they are implementing a sort of new simulation room on par with the current simulation room to double the aspect of the rewards, which is very nice. I like that a lot, so very big W there. They also are working towards making it easier to find lost relics. Again, this is a future change. We don't know when this is gonna happen, but they're gonna basically make it a lot easier to locate them. Bit of a map maybe thing. They currently, again, they give us very like dodgy answers in the way of like, they say, what is it, players ultimately have to find the lost relics themselves or locate them through battle. But to be frank, most players are hitting the wall now. Okay, instead of exploring, they are distressed by it. And we realize that this change is needed. What is the change going to be? Let's see. And we've been discussing and experimenting around. Okay. Again, they're more so like not really giving exactly an answer. Yeah, they're not going to give it exactly an answer here, but they have been working on these things and adapting some of the things that people have been asking for to do that. Also, one of the biggest things, can you add a search bar in the Nikke page? If you watch my videos or any of my showcases, you hear me every day say it. Can we please have a search bar, bro? It is so annoying to have to look for a Nikke. When there's so many Nikkes that have been added to the game. Remember, since launch, there's a lot of Nikkes that have been added this year, and it just gets impossible to find the one you're looking for. For me, that is the case. Again, yeah, maybe I'm flexing. I have many Nikkes, but it just is the case, simply put, right? So it would be very cool if we can get that feature in. Again, they say that we're working on it, but we don't know exactly. It's still in early development phase, so this stuff has been mentioned, but who knows when they actually want to add it to the game. It will take probably a decent amount of time. Again, the way they're saying it, I don't even know if it's going to be a 2023 thing, but they've been discussing it, not even further than that, not even implementing it, but, you know, they're going to take some time with these things. I know Nikke always says something and then they kind of take forever to implement it, which is a very big thing. Next up, they asked, we asked, do you have plans to add other types of weapons? And they actually responded with something really cool. They said many players have asked basically to add pistols or other weapons, which is, again, imagine, dude, dual wield pistols, something like that. I think we can indeed consider doing that to show the characters' personalities or to add the fun of battling and shooting. Again, right now we have only the core aspects of the weapons, but this requires R&D in various aspects. But we'll work hard to introduce new weapon types. So again, they're all in very, very early stages of all this stuff here. So it's going to take some time. If you want this stuff to happen, it will take you some time to get through. Most of the stuff was like simple behind the scenes things, if you will. There's also one that was like, one question is like, which monster you hate the most that you created, which Rapture, which was a very funny question. But they also had one more important thing. It was about like that more so 3D maps are going to become constantly apparent throughout the game. It was like this one over here was like kind of the answer that was given to us. So in the future, expect more 3D maps and whatnot, and they're going to be expanding the entire aspect of map creation. So it's going to be much more detailed and much more lively maps. And again, the outpost also getting revamped a little bit. It's a really cool thing. So for the most part, they really did listen on a lot of aspects, and they are upping their quality of game in a way. So do realize that this was about character creation, which is again a really cool thing. If you want to go and like read into it and understand like what they do behind the scenes, it is a cool thing. But again, for what it is in this entire Annie, like the quick summary, there's a lot of stuff: costumes, characters. We now are getting the outpost cap increase, which is huge. Skill resets coming back. Just keep that in mind now. Simulation Room 2.0 basically coming soon. We do have the idea, right? The idea that new character weapon types can be implemented whenever they want to. We do have a Nikke search bar potentially coming soon. Let's go. Christmas event making a return and fully voiced, by the way. Fully voiced, no freaking way. The insane amount of summons and everything. The free gift box, which I don't know what that exactly is. Synchro expansion, all this stuff is there. So they have been cooking in this entire thing. And there's so much more that was also missed and things that they were mentioning. There's a lot more changes and stuff they have planned. But they said they're going to save most of that stuff for dev notes, right? And again, they also said, like, right before ending the stream, they're like, or ending the Q&A section, they're like, give us some more questions. We know you want some stuff answered, so let me see what I can get here. And they pulled up 2 more questions, which is a cool thing. But yeah, for the most part, it was a very big stream. A lot of stuff got announced. And there is a lot to come from this entire Annie, right? I literally made an entire video. It was a 60-minute video of going through every aspect of everything. But this was like the one segment I couldn't get to because it was all future stuff, like not for the Annie, right? So again, that's why I wanted to cover it here, so you are aware of what's happening. But you can clearly see there's a lot going on for this entire anniversary, which is again really, really cool. So yeah, I'm curious what you think about everything, and which of these things were your favorite addition or implementation into the game. Nikke search bar wins. Screw everything else in this video. Nikke search bar. I've been dying for one, so that's my bread and butter. That's my cup of tea. That is what I'm the most hyped for. But also, getting this increase, getting the skill resets, getting this, mainly getting voiced event again. Man, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna cry in full voiced dubbing. You know what I mean? That's exactly what's gonna happen here. So can't wait for Miracle Snow to come out and break all of our hearts yet again. But yeah, that is coming out late November. Not exactly the Annie update, late November. A lot of the stuff is also planned 2023 into 2024. We don't know when. None of this stuff got a date, so you have to realize that. But this stuff, this core stuff over here, this got a date, and that's for the Annie. So realize that now. But everything beyond that was mentioned in the Q&A, that is all future plans. And remember, future plans were those things, not a collab announcement. All right, sadly the case, but we know. I think we're going to get a collab announcement around New Year's time. So we have a lot of time before it. All right, a lot of time. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. Peace out, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Prepare. The entire update is coming soon, November 2nd. I hope you're hyped.